The exhibit, only exhibit that has been submitted before this court, it's exhibit V1.
Yeah, he's talking about it.
It's referring to exhibit V1.
Yes.
And it has been submitted to the court.
Yeah, but he's sending it up for a particular reason, not in self-corroboration of this witness in describing where the wheel is located on the firearm, but merely to show that this witness did describe the firearm as it shown on exhibit V1. Am I correct, sir?
No, my lord, it means V1 is already before court.
Well, I'm saying what he says.
Then he cannot submit another V1. V1 is already there, and he cannot submit any other statement other than exhibit V1.
Mr. Balois.
Let's try again. My lord, my colleagues have handed up exhibit V1
Yeah.
that tends to describe the firearm, and is mentioned of a .38 special. This witness has consistently said he never mentioned that, and that he made an additional statement
Right.
wherein he explains that issue regarding the .38. Now, we are saying, my lord, that a skewed picture is being painted by just merely handing up that exhibit V1.
Okay.
The state wants to introduce another statement of this witness wherein he explained, as he's saying, and as I say, my lord, the purpose is not for self-corroboration, but to say, to indicate that the witness did in fact say, what is stated in the statement.
Yes, I understand.
That is the sole purpose.
So what's the objection?
The state wants to submit the second statement.
Where is the prejudice?
My lord,
Where is the prejudice?
this witness, the state was given the opportunity
Of what?
to present its case.
Right.
It was not part of the state case to say there was an additional statement wherein you gave clarity up until it arose during the cross-examination, my lord, if we were on the same page. Now the state is given the opportunity to do re-examination. The state, my lord, it is my submission, my lord, that the state cannot now produce another statement because of the issues arising from the cross-examination.
Where is the prejudice? I hear you.
The prejudice is that because it was not part of the examination in chief.
Because as I understood the defense, it was a fabrication. There were no two intruders.
Yeah.
Remember the defense.
Yes.
My client was not there, and I'm saying, where's the prejudice?
My lord, the prejudice is that it's not part of the evidence led by the state. It only arose during cross-examination. And the defense has already cross-examined the witness on the examination in chief. Now, if the state wants to add a new evidence, then it means we'll have to cross-examine again.
No. Mr. Rapples, what's your objection? Where's the prejudice? Nobody has told me about the prejudice.
My lord, at first when it was said, like I said, I was lost because there was no clarification from my learned colleague.
Okay.
Now that he's clarified it, and I've listened to the cross-examination by Mr. Numalo and Advocate Moshololo, when he clarified that he has never told the statement maker that he spoke about the revolver and the .38 special. So I'll leave it there, my lord.
Where is the prejudice?
For me, my lord, my case is simple. I've always
You
said
know that
when we argue these matters,
Yeah.
that we are arguing that we are not there. So
Yeah. That's what I thought. Mr. Mnisi, where's the prejudice?
My lord, it's actually not about prejudice.
It's about what?
It's about the rules of evidence.
Yes.
Yes.
Evidence, you must show prejudice.
No, my lord, not necessarily that. Rules of evidence relating to self-corroboration.
He said it's not handing it.
Inconsistent statement that
He says he's not handing it up as self-corroboration of the evidence, the viva voce evidence of this. He's handing it up to demonstrate that the description this witness has given coincides with the explanation in the statement you want to hand up. Is that so, Mr. Maloi?
Indeed, my lord.
Hey, my daughter.
That is precisely, my lord, what the law relating to the rules of evidence.
Okay. Okay. Any prejudice? Mr. Nguman? You haven't said anything.
No, I think we rather hear what he's saying.
Who?
The state.
He's already said it.
Yeah, continue with whatever he wants to do. Then
No, he's handed up the document.
Yes. You may.
Okay, the court allows that evidence to be handed up. That statement. What?
It will be exhibit
Exhibit what?
V2, my lord.
V2. Exhibit V2.
I just want to show you a document which will be exhibit V2. You recognize that document as your statement?
Khumbula le document nje nge-statement sakho.
To show him the first page and all the subsequent pages.
Yeah. Yeah, signature.
Let's show you the original. This is the original.
This is my signature that is appearing on these papers, on these pages.
Sorry, my lord, can the state be kind to us and tell
Yeah, you're
us?
going to get a copy.
It's exhibit, it's A110. And on the last page, there's also a signature there. Whose signature is that?
Yes, yeah, ngiyayibona.
Yeah, I can see. That is my signature.
And the date? Just above
Yes, ngiyayibona.
the date, just put that on record.
2018 0207.
Yes, the 7th of February 2018
And the time?
is cutting.
11:30.
11:30.
And the take of the statement was Colonel Shibiri. Is that correct?
Yes.
That is correct. I know him.
Yes. And did he, what was the position? Did he take down the statement as you were narrating the incident to him, or what was the position?
Bekunjani ke uma uloku umtshela ukuthi kwenzakalani yena ubhala phansi.
Yeah, in fact, asikho statement engayibhala zona. Ngisho babhali.
In actual fact, there isn't any of the statements that I had reduced it into writing by myself. I would just finish them, relate to them what transpired, and then they would write it down.
And in which language did you communicate with him?
Ubokhuluma nabo ngaluphi ulimi.
Solo ngikhuluma isiZulu.
I've always been finishing them with the Zulu as I was finishing the statements.
And did you confirm the correctness thereof?
Waqinisekisa ke ukuthi lesi statement siqhubethe zona ke izinto ezikhulumile.
Yeah, kusho khona masana ngisayinele kusho khona. Makuthi ngisayine, yeah.
Yeah, it means I had confirmed the content of this document,
If you
given
can-
the fact that I had signed.
If you can read the contents of paragraph 4 and 5 in the report.
Ungasifundela yona ke paragraph 5. Uzokwazi ukufunda?
Abuya ngihlulela ama handwriting.
I battle with the handwriting.
Yes,
Should I
if
read
you
it
can
out?
assist
Can
me.
you read it for him so that...
Okay. God please, yes, my lord. I don't have knowledge of firearms. I don't know.
Paragraph 4.
Oh,
just-
paragraph 4, sorry.
On A10 statements, I indicated to the police officer who was taking my statement that the firearm which the suspect was carrying was a firearm with a wheel in the, I cannot see what's written, in the handle, in the middle, sorry, in the middle. I didn't say the firearm was a .38 special. I think the police officer, with his knowledge of firearms, made a conclusion that the firearm I was referring to in my explanation was a .38 special. Uyakuzwa lokho kushoyo?
Yeah.
Uthi-ke kwi A10 statement ngiye ngakusho lokho ukuthi iphoyisa elalithatha istatement sami mayelana-ke nesibhamu esasiphethwe ulona umsolo ilona-ke ngasho kulo ukuthi leso sibhamu sasinesonto futhi-ke la emaphakathini azange ngikusho lokho ukuthi leso sibhamu bekuyi-38 special. Ngiyacabangela nje ukuthi mhlawumbe leli phoyisa ngenxa yolwazi analo mayelana nezibhamu waseke uthatha isinqumo sokuthi leso sibhamu ebengikhuluma ngaso uma ngimchazela sona bekuyi-38 special. This is what I was explaining to the advocate.
And just that first sentence of paragraph 5.
I don't have knowledge of firearms. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. There is one.
Any cross-examination? Mr.
No.
Mr. Nisi?
I run a cross-examination, but I still stand by my point that self-corroboration...
No, we passed it. No, we don't pass it.
Thank you, Madam.
Any cross-examination?
No, that is exactly what he said to the question to my colleague. So I want
No, that's not the question. Any cross-examination?
On this aspect, I don't have.
Thank you. Mr. Nomalo, any
Thank you, my lord. I don't have any cross-examination. Thank you.
Mr. Any cross-examination? How, Madam? You remember that case of R versus Hepworth? Just read it again. Just read it again. Because this is about justice. It's not about taking points.
Yes, we understand Hepworth.
Yes.
I was on the rules of procedure on evidence.
Read that case again. It's unlike this court is saying this statement is handed up and you're not going to cross-examine on it. Never said that. They just said, where's the prejudice? And you're free to cross-examine on that statement. Do you have that?
I think the relevant portion is as follows. And he said the reference is R versus Hepworth, 1928 AD 265 at 277, where the court held as follows. A criminal trial is not a game where one side is entitled to claim the benefit of any omission or mistake by the other side. And a judge's position in a criminal trial is not merely that of an umpire to see that the rules of the game are observed by both sides. A judge is an administrator of justice. He is not merely a figurehead. He has not only to direct and control the proceedings according to the recognized rules of procedure, but to see that justice is done.
That's all, you don't take a point to say, no, it's about justice. He can even reopen and recall a witness who has already testified. What more about a witness who's still on the witness stand? Okay, is that all, Mr.
That is all, my lord.
All right, I'm going to ask one question about our police. You have already said that they didn't take any resin tests on you.
Ukushilo lokho ukuthi azange bathathe ama residue tests kuwena.
Yeah,
Ezandleni.
angikhumbuli
Sorry, let me check. What they will do, there's a liquid which they will smear on your hands.
Uyakuzwa ne? Khona nje uketshezi nje okuthiza wena okumanzi abazogqobisa la ezandleni zakho.
Yes.
Did they do that?
Khona ukuthiza abagqobisa ezandleni zakho.
Angikhumbuli Nkosi enkantolo, angikhumbuli.
I cannot remember your lordship.
And the other thing is, competent police should have taken all your clothes.
Enye into ke amaphoyisa ke awazi umsebenzi wawo bafanele ukuthatha impahla
I'm
zakho.
surprised because this firearm exploded in a confined space. Common sense tells you that they should have taken all your clothes of all the people who were there and then conduct the same tests on them. They didn't do that.
Abakwenzanga lokho.
Bakwenza Nkosi.
They didn't do that.
South Africa. Any questions arising?
We've got none,
Okay, is that the end of the testimony for this witness?
Indeed, my lord.
Thanks.
Siyabonga.
Excuse.
Your lordship, I've got a question.
Yes.
Ngale statement ezinga commissioniwe because sengingaba nalo ulwazi laso ngaphambili because ngifuna ukuthi ngisebenze fast leso statement because ngisho ukuthi leso statement akusona statement ngoku statement
Yebo.
so umuntu osibhalile ngifuna ukudila naye ona ngazi ngenza kanjani
Pertaining that statement, your
ngayivula
lordship, that is
icase
not
ngivule
commission.
icase.
Is it possible for me?
I can't give advice. No judge gives advice. Read my judgment.
Okay,
Okay.
Please, yes, your
all
lordship.
right.
Right.
As a court, please, my lord, I see it's just after 3.
Yeah.
Can we start with a new witness tomorrow?
Okay.
As a court, please.
Okay, thanks.
9. It reads as follows, and I quote, "And we then, all of us, then stood up. We then pushed them, that is now both the gentlemen, together with the one that was struggling with Kelly for the door, and pushed both of them to the kitchen," close quotation.
No. It is on. Okay, we don't find it here.
The record that I've read earlier on, it's the same record.
I am in page number 49.
The
Line
evidence
number
of the
9.
18th of July 2023.
This one says the 20th of July 2023.
Since it is not long, maybe it is not long.
All right.
It says, and I quote, I'm reading again, "And we then, all of us, stood up.
Sonke ke sase siyasukuma.
We then pushed them, that is now both the gentlemen, together with one that was struggling with Kelly for the door, and pushed both of them to the kitchen," close quotation.
Sabaphusha bothu kanjalo. Makakhulukazi nalona obelwa noKelly. Ubuya lapha ke emnyango wasekitchen.
Is that how it happened?
Ukuzwile lokho?
Hayi ngicabanga ukuthi Mr. Nxumalo okwenzeka uzokufunda la kwesami statement then masubuza ngesami lesi sibhalwa abanye ngithe ngicela ukuthi singagciki kakhulu angisho ukuthi ungakwenzi but angeke ngibaphendulele abanye abantu.
I think, Mr. Nxumalo, you may ask me a question that is pertinent to my statement. When you get to my statement, you can ask me a question. Not that perhaps I'm trying to be evasive, but where others are concerned, I would wish for you to emphasize on the content of my statement.
Okay, I do understand that, but what I'm inviting you to comment, is this what I've just read, how it happened or not?
Yabona engifuna nje ukusho ukuthi njengoba ke ikhulunywa ngaleyo ndlela wena uthini ke ilokho engithanda ukuthi uphawule nje kuphela ngendlela abathi yenzeke ngakhona nangendlela wena owazi ngakhona bengingathanda ukuthi wena uphawule.
Indlela okwenzeke ngakhona Mr. Nxumalo ungakuthola kwesami statement and angisho ukuthi ungangibeki lokho ungangizwisi kona ungangizwisa kona but okwaba kusiko kaDumelo.
Now how it transpired, that will be found in my statement. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be perhaps putting it to me pertaining what Dumelo and or rather pertaining what they are saying, that you can do. But I'm saying that if you expect for me to respond, then you should at least ask me about what is written in my statement. That is Dumelo Matlapa.
I think abakubhalile nabo inkantolo ezokubona thatha inqumo noma ezokwenza ezodila ne-statement zabo esami nje ngizodila naso nami wasasibhalwe yimini.
What they have written, that should be left in the hands of the court. The court will then decide what to make of their statements. I'm just saying that we should focus on the statement that I had provided or that I had finished.
Lastly, on page 50 of the transcribed record, the response by Ms. Kumano in her evidence in chief, it reads as follows, and I quote, "I took the crutch and tried to hit the tall one with it, but could not reach. And then Dumelo took the crutch from me, and I was the one who hit the gentleman with the crutch."
And I was the one who hit.
And was the one who hit the gentleman with the
Ngazama ke
crutch.
ukuthi ngishaye lona omude ngecrutch. Kodwa ke mina bengimfishane. Istatement isaka Ms. Kumalo leso. Ngathatha le crash ngithi ngishaya lo mlisa okanye ngathi ngishaya lo mlisa ngale crash kodwa bengimfishane mina ke ngishaya lo mude lo uDumelo wayithatha leyo crash wase ke uyamshaya mina.
Ngiyabuzwa Mr. Nxumalo ngicabanga ukuthi ngingayikhulumela khona la ilokuthi nami ngathatha icrutch.
I think what I can react to is that point that says I also took a crash. That I can react to it.
Because angikhumbuli nje ngiphatha icrutch in the day kitchen angikhumbuli.
Because I do not remember getting hold of a crutch on that day in a kitchen.
Lastly, I just need clarity on this. You will confirm if you can and deny if you did not say it. In your evidence in chief,
uvumelane uma ngabe uyavumelana okanye uphike uma ngabe uyakuphikisa lokho.
Okay.
in your evidence in chief, did I hear you clearly that your evidence was that after you had finished smoking, you were then invited inside the house by Kelly Kuman?
Ngengakuzwa ngizwe kahle mfambe ngenkathi umshushi sebuza imibuzo uthi wena emva kokuthi niqeda ubhema nase niyamenywa ke niminyelwa endlini uye lona uKelly Kuman ngabe ngikuzwe kahle
to say your goodbyes
ukuthi nikwazi ukuthi niyovalelisa endlini?
Yeah, lokho ngiyakuzochaza futhi wafika simi ngasemnyango impela wase yasibuza imthayo sinihamba ningavalisana endlini the trailer asabuyela khona emuva endlini.
Yes, that I can confirm.
Yeah. Right,
she came and we're standing next to the door, and she said that, are you now just about to leave and you haven't even said goodbye inside of the house? And that's when we went into the house to say our goodbyes.
Yes.
That I confirm.
Did you say in your evidence in chief, you will correct me if I'm wrong, that before you could enter the house, you had a commotion inside the house? Did you say that?
Ngabe usho kanjalo? I've never said that.
Which evidence are you listening to?
The very same
No,
evidence. Yes.
first time I hear that. Even
Yes,
Mr. Baloi also says that was never said.
It's just that I was listening to a recording. I was just confirming it might not, if it did mention that in his evidence in chief or not.
Okay.
Ngajabula mase ngizwe leyo nto angikhumbule nayo langeliyi-1 la ngangisho mangasungizwise Mr. Nxumalo ngabe ngangijabula.
If you can help me hear that. I do not remember, not even on a single day, saying that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, my lord. I have no further questions.
Yes, Mr. Msholo?
Yes.
As the court pleases, my lord. Mr. Madlala,
Yes, advocate.
have you testified in court before?
Uke wathula ukufaka
This
bakho phambili
incident.
nenkantolo mayelana ke nalesi sigameko.
No, I mean, before this incident, have you ever testified in any
Oh.
court, whether it's a lower court, small claims court, high court?
Angaze ngitestify.
I've never testified in court before.
Okay. It's your first time now.
Uyaqala
Yebo.
ukuza la enkantolo.
Yebo.
Yes, it's my first time.
And then when you are testifying, Mr. Madlala, I am putting questions to you and you are expected to give answers. Do you understand that?
Uyabona uma uthula ubufakazi bakho yimina ubuza imibuzo kanti kulindeleke ukuthi wena ke uphendule leyo mibuzo.
So that you
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
find yourself asking me questions. Because I'm not the one who is giving answers.
Ungazoyithola ke usubuza uadvocate imibuzo lapha ngoba ke akusiwuyena ophana ngeimpendulo. Yazwa?
Kunzima ngiyakuzwa kodwa.
It is difficult. I can hear you, but it is difficult.
Unfortunately, it's the procedure that we have to follow when you are testifying in court under cross-examination.
Ngeshwa ke iyona ndlela ke okanye inkambo yala enkantolo uma ngabe uthula ubufakazi bakho la enkantolo.
If
I
you
hear
want,
you, advocate.
if you want me to repeat the question, you must just tell me to repeat the question.
Uma ngabe ke uyathanda ukuthi ngikubuze ufuna ukuthi ngiphinde leyo mbuzo ungakwenza lokho.
Yebo ngiyakuzwa.
I hear you, advocate.
Okay. And the reason, Mr. Madlala, why you are before this court, it's because we want to find out from you what transpired on the date of the incident.
Manje isizathu esenza ukuthi wena uthole ube la enkantolo namhlanje sifuna ukwazi ukuthi kwenzakalani ngalolo suku lesigameko.
Yebo kuyazwakala.
Yes, I can hear that.
We know what have been said by other witnesses in their statements.
Siyazi ukuthi okwakhulunywa ngabanye ofakazi batheni kuma statement wabo lokho siyakwazi.
We know what those who have testified have said before this court.
Nalabo ke abathule ubufakazi babo la enkantolo siyazi ukuthi nabo batheni.
So if I happen to refer you to the evidence of the witness, it's because I want you to comment on your own as a person who was there inside the
Yabona ke
house when the incident took place.
uma ngikuthatha ngikusa ke kwingxenye ethize ubufakazi bomuntu othize ngithanda nje ukuthi wena okanye ngifisa ukuthi wena ukwazi ukukhuluma ngokwakho ukuthi ke ubufakazi bakho buthini mayelana ke nalokho kwenzeka ngelanga lesigameko uma ke usuthathanisa nalokho okukhulunywa nalabo abanye uyazwakala.
Ngithanda ukudideka mayithi advocate ngizokhomenta mengifundela into zabanye abantu.
I get a bit confused when the advocate is saying that she will be referring me to the statements of other people. It's going to be difficult.
Kuzoba nzima ukuthi ngiphendule into eyabhalwa omunye umuntu.
It will be difficult for me to answer what was written by someone else.
But eyami kuzoba lula ukuthi ngiziphendulele because into eqondene nami.
Where mine is concerned, it will be easy for me to can respond to it because it has to do with me.
Okay. Let's go step by step, Mr. Madlala. You'll see what I'm saying.
Okay.
Ake sithathe nje isinyathelo ngesinyathelo uzobona ke ukuthi ngikhuluma ngani.
Okay.
Understood?
Okay.
And
No
I want,
problem.
and I want to believe that you have passed the metric, your metric, Mr. Madlala, so that I know which level do I engage you in terms of the questions, the line of questioning.
Cabanga ke ukuthi uma article otsheni umphasile ke ngikwazi ukuthi nami buza imibuzo ke okanye mangikhulumisana nawe lapho ngikazi ukuthi kumele ngihlale kweliphi izinga ke lokubuza imibuzo.
I suppose the witness doesn't have to answer that question.
Which metric are you referring to? The one which you pass with 30%? Or the one which I did about 50 years ago?
No, I think from the age of the witness, it's the current one.
I see, okay.
Yes, yes.
Yes, let's continue.
My qualifications, I don't think a witness. I think witness ngabe lumba owayekhona no akufanele ukuthi kuzoba umuntu ofundile as long as we witness. But le ukufunda I understand this guy advocate.
Where qualifications are concerned, as long as you're a witness, as long as you were there when the incident transpired. But as far as education or your academic qualifications are concerned, I don't understand you there, advocate.
No problem, Mr. Mandala. If you have not passed matric, there is no problem. Let's proceed. We'll see.
I'll pass on matric as to beg.
I'll pass. I wasn't chasing Gusho. I leave class and
Thank you.
I did, and I did not fail even one grade. I did pass my matric, not even one class did I have to repeat.
Thank you very much. You know, if you're going to give positive answers like that, we're just going to be very short.
Yabona ke uma ngabe uzophana ke ngeimpendulo ezinjalo ezimfishane kanjalo nathi soba bafishane kanjalo.
You testified, Mr. Madlala, that you were a friend to the deceased. Am I correct?
Usho kanjalo ukuthi ubungumngani kumufi.
Kuyiqiniso lokho.
That is the truth.
And for a long period of
Kade
time.
side ningabangani.
Yebo kunjalo.
Yes, it is indeed so.
Am I correct to think that you were in good terms with the deceased at the time of his death?
Ngenkathi eshona bensazwana kahle na.
Yes, asikaze singazwani nje.
We were never in bad terms or in bad blood before.
Can you describe, okay, sorry, can I just rephrase my word? Would you discuss with the deceased as a friend of the deceased about love relationships one will have, yours and the deceased one?
Njengomngani nomufi benikwazi ukuthi ngingaxoxisana ke naye ngixoxe nje ngendaba zothando.
And about the girlfriends you had, you know, those sort of friendship.
Yes, we'll discuss such.
Okay. Have you also discussed the nature of the relationship, or did you know the nature of the relationship between the deceased and Ms. Kelly Kumalo?
Ubukwazi kwakwenzakala nike okanye ubudlelwano babukhona phakathi komufi no Ms. Kelly Kumalo. Ngakwazi ukuqaqisa la.
Yeah, bengazi ukuthi baya jola. If ngayibeka kanjalo bengazi ukuthi baya jola.
Yes, I knew that they were in a love relationship or baya jola.
Do you know if they had any problems or if they had encountered any problems?
Ubukwazi ke ukuthi mhlambe bene inkinga nje ingqinama ezazikhona mhlambe elokhu nje edlelweni baba.
Angeke ngakhuluma ke lokho ezinto zenzekile ngaphambilini engafuni futhi mina.
Well, I cannot answer that one. There are certain things that transpired previously that has got nothing to do with me that I cannot answer.
And you further testified that you came to visit Senzo, the deceased, on the 26th of October when the incident took place.
Wakusho ke ukuthi ubuzovakashela umufi makuzokwenzeka lesi sigameko nge-26 ka-October 2014.
Yebo kunjani.
It is so, yes.
Did you know where the deceased was staying at that time? When you came to visit him?
Mawuzomvakashela kanjalo ngaleso sikhathi ubukwazi ukuthi bebehlala kuphi?
Ya bengazi mangaphosisi mhlawumbe sengivakashe kathathu.
Yes, I knew where he was residing. If I'm not mistaken, I had already visited him about 3 times.
Okay, where had you visited him?
Ubumvakashela kuphi mawuzomvakashela?
Sengisho entweni yakhe ehlangene noKelly la bebehlala khona eMalbatini.
in their affair with Kelly, where they were residing in Malberton.
ngivakashe endaweni eziningi akahlala kuzona isenzo sengisho la esehlala khona uKelly bekuyise Malberton.
Now I had visited Senzo on various residential places. I'm now referring to where he was residing with Kelly, that is in Malberton.
How many times had you visited the deceased in Joburg? If you can recall. If you can't recall, there is no harm. Just tell the court you can't recall.
Winchester.
I visited him in Winchester and Berkeley as well,
Malberton.
and Malberton as well.
Okay. Where last had you visited him?
Malberton.
Malberton.
For how many times?
I think we are
If I'm not mistaken, 3 times.
Okay. So you were acquainted with Miss Kelly Kumalo?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Whose place was it at Malberton? If you know.
I knew it to be Santos Place.
Okay. And it is your evidence that at the hospital, after the incident had taken place, midnight, you did not have a place to sleep. As a result, you went with Miss Kelly Kumalo and Zali to Malberton. Am I correct?
Not exactly, because
not exactly. I could have traveled together with Mtogo if it was what I actually wished for.
Yeah, so why did you choose to go with Kelly instead of going with Mtogo?
No, remember initially my intention was to visit that place.
And
that was also not the first time visiting that place.
Okay. So that's the reason you wanted to spend that night with Kelly.
Angazi ukuthi ngizophendula ngithini because ekugcineni njengoba ngangizela kwakuzobukeka kanjani after sekwenzeke lento nama ngisekho futhi.
Now I don't know how should I answer that one. Since I had come here and the incident transpired, what picture would it cast if I were not to be found after the incident?
And when did you make the statements?
When's the statement nini? Is it the first statement? There are many statements that are made.
The first statement, immediately after the incident.
Wasenza le statement.
Lapho ngizothanda because masibuya esibhedlela. Masibuya esibhedlela siye la kwenzeka khona lento. Khona nomunye uphoyisa wayebhale ngibuza. So angazi noma kwakuyi statement naleso.
I would be a bit unsure about that because even when we came back from the hospital and there is one police official that was asking me questions and he was writing something or she was writing something, so I cannot say as to whether was that now a statement or what.
Okay, did he ask you to sign any document?
At
that time?
No, wayengibuza nje ngento enzile abhale phansi but angikhumbuli ngisign.
I do not remember signing any document. All that he was doing was interviewing me about what transpired there.
So it means you did not sign any statement that night?
Yes. That is correct. I never signed.
And from Exhibit V1, you only signed on the following day, which is 27th.
Gay 27. Statement V1.
Yes, police station.
Yes, I remember we were at the police station at Flores.
And from the date of incident up to the time when you made the statement on the following day, you were with Miss Kelly Kumalo Ms. Zandi Kumalo,
sonke lesikhathi
Correct.
emva kokuthi kwenzakala lesigameko kufika ngalesi sikhathi uzophana ngestatement sakhe emaphoyiseni ubunuko unaye uMiss Kelly Khumalo noMiss Zandi Khumalo.
Yabo ngisho kanjalo.
Yes, I would say so.
okay. And obviously you discussed about the shooting incident, which was traumatic to you guys.
Sobala ke ukuthi nakhuluma ngaleso sigameko sokudutshulwa ngoba ke wa ushathekile oba non-shathekile.
Not exactly because indlela oyisho ngakho not exactly because kwakuleke kufika abantu so nesimo ngangikusona mangakutshela nje iqiniso nokulala ngangisaba ngisho ukuvala amehlo.
Not exactly as to how you are putting it now, because there were instances or intervals of the arrival of other people as well. Even myself, the state I was in, I couldn't even wink a little.
Let's try, Mr. Madlala, to answer what has been asked. If I want to ask about your condition, I will ask that. But for now, my question is, obviously from the time of the incident up to the time when you made the statement, you'll discuss this case. You'll discuss the traumatic incident we have just gone through, because we were sitting down discussing directly or indirectly.
Manje asiphendule lokho ke obuzwa khona. Zama ukuphendula lokho. Kanti ke ukusuka ngalesi sikhathi kwenzakala lesigameko ukufika ke leso sikhathi ke uzophana ngestatement May 27 October 2014. Ubunaye kakhulukazi ubani uKelly naye uZandi Khumalo. Enibeni lokunixoxa ke ngokuthi ke lesi sigameko saba buhlungu kangakanani wanisiphatha kanjani ukuthi mhlambe wamtshela umuntu ingqo okanye wezwa mhlambe bona beloku bekhuluma kodwa ke lento yakhulumeka.
No, isikhathi esiningi advocate nje sorry ukuthi uphendula ngalande. Isikhathi esiningi Kelly ubeyivalele ekamereni. Then mase kufika la abantu abeza kuyena njengoba ngingachaza phambili kwafika noThiko khona umfana wafika noAkhumuzi babefika nje baningi. Babefika bebaningi abantu lapha.
Well, what I can say to you, advocate, that Kelly most of the times she would lock herself in the bedroom, and as I've indicated that there are a number of people that would also frequently be arriving there, and the likes of Chico Twala also arrived. One young man also arrived there, Oteno Banu Sipo,